Is this war going to stop? The vibe has poured out. So, entering the international scene, as we speak right now, Russia has currently launched a massive drone attack, bombarding Zelensky's hometown. Ukrainian officials, this is what they brought out. And even when you visit Zelensky's, Vladimir Zelensky, who is the president of Ukraine's X account, has actually tweeted about this situation. There have been a lot of drone attacks. On the press release, and I read, a first respondent at the scene of the Russian strike in Venestela, Ukraine, in this photo shared by the Ukraine president Vladimir Zelensky, officially on his X account. Russia sent hundreds of drones towards Ukraine's overnight into Wednesday, with 4 key regions coming under a heavy attack. The president Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown facing a massive bombardment, officials said. The raid involving 400 long-range drones and one missile was the largest this week, according to Ukrainian Air Force. So they have involved drones. So, war now is no more point gun at me, point gun at you. As technology advances, AI, they are programming drones. So those drones that you see in the sky, some of them are cameras. These days, when you are seeing drones, be careful. No, they look. It could be a missile. So now war is even now sophisticated. War is even now technological. War is even now, I don't necessarily have to visit you. I can just send a missile or a drone. So they have actually launched an attack. And multiple cities, Zelensky's hometown, Kyiv and Venestya, and part of Odessa region suffered the heaviest bombardment. The Air Force said 345 of the drones were either intercepted or disabled. Kyiv, central Ukraine, faced the most massive attack since the beginning of the war. So, in short, what the military is trying to say is that since the beginning of this war, for the past 3 years now, since Zelensky have been attacked by Russians, Putin. I always say Putin because it's not all the Russians that are happy for what is going on. I mean, you are seeing heavy weapons, ballistic missile being displayed by even North Korea, China, and all that, like you are seeing on your screen right now. All this is not because there's some animal attack or some vampire attack. All this is being prepared for human beings and nations. Yeah. And they say a lot of drones have been launched. Attacks like never before. But in the same update, it is the same sign to see that it means that Putin is not ready for peace. If we all remember, which is the recent update, once Zelensky visited President Donald Trump, when he won, because he promised that when he comes into office in his first day, one of the things he will do is that he's going to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be settled quickly.
And condemn the fact that Joe Biden's administration with Kamala Harris were actually fueling the war by supplying a lot of military and war equipment and aids to Ukraine. So when he came into power, he actually stopped those aid in regards to stopping the war. Along the line, the president had gone to speak with Putin to bring a peace agreement for ceasefire.
The talk doesn't mean anything. My conversations with him are always very pleasant. They say, isn't that a very lovely conversation? And then the missiles go off that night. I go home, I tell the First Lady, I spoke to Vladimir today. We had a wonderful conversation. She said, oh, really? Another city was just hit. So it's like, look, he's, I don't want to say he's an assassin, but he's a tough guy. It's been proven over the years.
But Zelensky was not happy because Zelensky said that there was no guarantee from the United States President Donald Trump, that even after they signed the peace deal, America will keep supporting them as a cover-up. President Trump was not ready to do that, but rather was having a lot of thoughts, conversations, and communications, tick and tack, back to back with Putin. until all to no avail.
And Putin does say, oh, I want peace, but so far he hasn't lived up to that. So I think it's going to go away, but we're going to find out soon.
Since he came into power now, we are about to enter into the 7th month. His promise has failed. Talks with Putin has failed. It doesn't work as his plan. So as we speak now, President Donald Trump has reversed and have taken another stance against Putin and Russia, saying that if they will not accept ceasefire, then now the man is born.
I'm disappointed in President Putin because I thought we would have had a deal 2 months ago, but it doesn't seem to get there.
He showed a sign that he doesn't want the war, the killing to continue. So at a point, he even invited Zelensky to his office for a talk. And in that talk, what happened is that there was a banter between Zelensky and Trump, which sparked a whole lot of controversies over the internet some time ago, if you remember, where he even told Zelensky that Zelensky has got no cards on the table. He has nothing. If they pull out, they will destroy them, they will suffer and all that. And it became like an argument that surfaced the internet.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
Today, President Donald Trump has changed his stance, saying that he's going to supply, per the article I read, you will see that, some agenda for some 50 billion worth of dollars, missile and, war support. They are going to supply them even with some air defensive systems that will intercept these drones and these missiles when they are being struck. Could this not be what Trump himself doesn't want? Because he said to Zelensky, you are playing with Third World War III.
You're gambling with World War III.
He's trying to tell Zelensky that he should calm down. Zelensky said, no, if you sign a peace deal with our minerals, we want an assurance that you'll be with us even when they fall. Trump couldn't do that. But now, Putin has showed Trump that actually a bit thick-skinned guy.
He's a tough guy. It's been proven over the years.
Despite all the tariffs and the things they have used to hit Russia, they are still standing.
We're going to be doing secondary tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. It's very simple.
Now that Putin is not stopping, Trump has no option to support Ukraine. And now he's going to invest. So this will be taking effect in the next 50 days, as he said.
On that, we're going to be doing secondary tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days.
So today already, it's about the second day. So we are left with 48 days.
We basically are going to send them various pieces of very sophisticated military. They're going to pay us 100% for them.
And that means they'll have more weapons to defend themselves. What that means is that the war will still continue. Where do you think this war will end? I want to hear your opinions in the comment section. Do not forget, subscribe and also share. And so this is what is currently happening. We'll keep following and we'll bring you many more as it unfolds. As an out.